before I could dive into Boeing, you understand? I want to check what's happening around Boeing first. So, in May, there was a news that came up that said, Boeing to lay off nearly 7,000 U.S. employees. So those are the amount of people that will lose their jobs. And obviously, there was some bailout money that was put into the market back in somewhere around here in March, and so why we saw this up move happening. But what happens now is since there's a layoff, this has literally been one of the bad years for Boeing because a lot of people have cut their orders, and they're not, all the orders that have been placed on the jetliners and all of that stuff has been canceled. So Boeing is literally not making money at the moment, or the way it's meant to be making. It's taking a loss. So it's kind of like, how do we capitalize on it? Because one thing we know is there's two ways to it. He's either goes bankrupt or he bounce back. Now, Boeing would not go bankrupt. They won't let that happen. So the only other way is if it bounced back. And that's what we're going to pay attention on, the bounce back of Boeing. And also, I want us to pay attention to the 5G. Now, a lot of people, are speculating 5G is bad, all of that stuff and all of that. But one thing that a lot of people don't calculate is don't focus on the negatives. Try to focus on what's positive about it. You can make money from the movement. And 5G is a new technology. And what happens when you have a new technology that's going to be absorbed by masses around the world? What happens is that whatever company is at the forefront of it would end up benefiting, from that release of that new technology. I don't know why from that release of that new technology. In which case, what would tend to happen is, in this scenario, would be, trying to find that company that's going to literally take off. And this is one of them I found. So I found Skyworks Solution, and there was also, I think, Qualcomm. I think that was also there. And what I've seen in this one is it's pretty weird because it's been going up for a while. Let me just try to switch it to the max. I don't know why my internet slowed down all of a sudden. So let me see. Right. So let me just try to switch it off to it's already at the max. So this is it right here. We can see right here. Let me see if I can get it on full screen. So what we've been seeing is this has been growing. You can see it's grown from literally from around March actually, from March 13th. Been growing. I'm just gonna try to get the full stuff up, but you can see since 2009, it's been growing. And let's just see how this asset is moving at the moment, because I believe this is one of them ones that you want to capitalize on, you want to trade on. Boeing is still risky compared to this. Now, when it comes to this, let me try. I can get some more trading view. I don't know why my internet just all of a sudden up my Zoom that's causing this. I'm not sure if it's my Zoom that's making my internet act weird. You guys can still see my screen, right? I hope this thing hasn't cut off. Legit. What the heck?
Yeah.
You can still see my screen, right? Thanks. Let's confirm.
Yeah. We can see.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the powers that be doesn't want me to talk about this stuff, man. The Skyworks solution stuff. But did you guys actually end up checking?
Hey, hi.
Hey, how you doing, Shanawaz? You good?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, man. Just taking it a day at a time. Have you guys
What is this?
Yeah, have you guys looked into Skyworks Solutions? So, like, they're a microchip company that produce microchips for the new 5G. And basically, these guys are gonna make a killing. we're talking about a killing. We're talking about a killing because 5G is going to be implemented all around the world. Regardless of how you see it, almost every country will have 5G. There's no way around it at the moment. So this is one of them ones that we look to, buy into. Let me see if I can get this on TradingView. Is it possible to get this on TradingView? Let me try to see if I can get on TradingView because I haven't found. I don't think my broker has this. Did anybody actually manage to check the people that saw me post this? Did anybody manage to check out this company? I'm guessing that's a no. Wow. Okay, let's see. Someone check it out? Yes, no. Oh, Mukhtar, you checked it out. Nice work. So basically, okay, no problem, man. So basically, this is Skyworks, right? You can see from March 16th, see how it's going up, right? And this is a 5G company. You know what I'm saying? They produce microchip for 5G, so that's how they're going up. Now I'm gonna pull a second one. I'm just gonna quickly pull a second one as well. Let me just pull out a second company. These two companies are something that you want to pay attention to. And there is no escape around this because it will grow. Oh. Is it breaking? Everyone seems to have like bad connection. If it's breaking, please let me know so I can go over this stuff again.
Sometimes.
Oh, okay. Please bear with me.
Right now it's good.
Okay. Right now it's okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. So let's just try to check futures. I want to see because I didn't post this on the regular. I didn't post it on the regular stuff, so I'm just gonna. You guys are coming here today. You'll see it. So let me just try to get it on TradingView. Let me see if I can get this on TradingView. And these two, because I was literally, man, I was literally surprised when I saw this. Just load it up. It's totally weird. I'm just waiting for the other one to load so I can show you what both looks like side by side. So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna put this here. So guys, looking at this, right? Let me see. Can you see both my screens? Looking at this, right? So so this is Skyworks solution, right? And then this is Qualcomm, right? Look at this. This looks totally similar. Like literally, they look very similar. Let's check where it, like on the 17th of January, that's where it got to the peak. This one got to its peak at 23rd. But look at when they rose. Look. Right here, 16th of March, that's when it started rising. And here, it started rising at 20th of March. So these guys are getting major investment coming in, both of them. And the main reason they're getting it is because of 5G. They produce 5G microchips for companies such as Apple, Samsung, and the rest of them. And because 5G is something that most of us will be using nowadays in the near future, this is going to keep going up. I mean, it went from 70 all the way to 125, but almost up to, it was at 136, almost up to 140. It did that move in the space of 2 months. In the space of, actually, yeah, roughly about 2 months, it did that move. So literally doubling its price in the space of 2 months. What the heck just happened? Whoa. I just lost connection for some random reason. Can you guys see my screen now? I lost connection. It just dropped me out.
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay. So basically, I don't know why this thing keeps cutting out, but what I want to say is these two stocks is something you should look into. This is like a giveaway for everybody. It's not a get rich quick stuff, but holding this to the mass launch of 5G would tank this up. This should be one of the next biggest. One of these two will be one of the next biggest stocks in the market. You understand? I wouldn't be surprised if they get to 900. You understand? So it's like, this is like the beginning of something. Like, you know, when Bitcoin started tanking up, this is like the beginning of it, because 5G is about to get introduced. And these two companies, if I'm not mistaken, I think, is that a Qualcomm? I think Qualcomm produces 5G microchips for Apple. I think they do. If they don't, then it would be definitely Skyworks. One of the two of them does produce the microchip for Apple. But this is something that you guys have to look into by yourself personally. What I would try to do is I'll try to get a seasonality chart for both of them on the website, so you can also have access to that one. So these two, please, if you can, jot them down, jot the name down. You understand? I mean, if this is what I can do to help during this pandemic time, you know, on a major scale, I mean, please have this. It's something you should just respect out again. What the heck is happening? I'm not, let me check. Oh, dropped out again. Freaking heck. What the hell is happening to that? Oh man, I mean, I'm trying to see if I don't want to chart. You know what I mean? Guys, can you hear me? Or have I dropped out? Because I don't even know at this stage anymore. This is very annoying. I presume I can be heard. Oh, flip. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just keeps dropping me out. It just literally keeps taking me out of Zoom for some random reason. And I'm connected. Every device in my house is connected to the internet, and I don't have any issues on my phone or anything. So that's weird. It might be because I took this laptop out today. All right. So what I was saying is, guys, just jot this two down. Qualcomm and Skyworks solution. These two are gonna go up. You know, there's something you should look into. And right now, the market capital for this is about 99 billion. And this is just 20 billion. So Skyworks is just 20 billion. So if anything at all, you know, Skyworks could go higher. You know, this is already going high already. And if you look at the yield, the dividend yield is 2.95%. That's a high yield. You understand? So compared to the dividend on Skyworks. So, but regardless, both of them are moving in kind of in parallel to each other. So they kind of have like similar movement. And what that tells you is the companies that are investing in Skyworks are similar to companies that are investing in QCOM. So, and I dropped that again. This is very beautiful. Just keep dropping out. What the flip? Okay. I think I'm back. Guys, I don't know why it keeps dropping me out. It literally makes no sense. My connection is here. Man. Yeah, I'm connected, man. But yeah, so going back to today's one, those two, I feel like I need to touch on them first. So I'm going to go back to today's one, which is Bowen. And Bowen basically, at this time of the year, normally without coronavirus, we should be seeing it moving from today. So market opens tomorrow. So from tomorrow, ideally trying to look for the buy entry for the Bowen. And if you look at the charts for the Boeing, you can see the drop. The drop is already there, and it's literally almost here. Let me try to. Can you guys see my screen? I don't know if you can see my screen. I didn't even know if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
Apologies, guys. I have absolutely zero clue. Huh? Oh. I have zero clue why it keeps dropping me in and out. Shana, what? Let me just mute you. Just gonna mute you for a second. Shana, you might want to mute your mic. All right, cool. I just started. All right, so basically, what's happening is Boeing has been it has been dropping. So let me just quickly get this indicator back out because it didn't give me what I was expecting. So Boeing has been dropping, and if you look at the previous seasonality, let's check. So the drop was meant to start from the 17th of 06. Let's see when it started from. It started earlier from here, but let's see here. So it started from 16. So even if we had gone in on the 16, we'll probably have profited about that. But we didn't go for the short sell anyway. So what we're more interested in is in the long move. Now, the long move, according to the seasonality, you know, this move literally, technically, this move from the 17 happened earlier from here, from the 8th. But on that same 17, if you're going in on that 17, we still have made some profit, about 200 or some pips. But we didn't go in on it, so that's fine. So what we want to do now is buy this up move instead. We don't have probability for this, and we don't have COT report for this, so we're just going on seasonality alone. But so far that this move happened, there's a high possibility that this bounce back is going to happen. And keep in mind, in Europe, I mean, in UK, we're going to ease our lockdown on the 4th. So on the 4th of next month, we're going to ease that so people can actually travel within Europe now and go on holidays to other countries within Europe. So that's good, which means the planes will be back up within Europe. I think America might be banned from coming, like Americans might be banned from coming to Europe. They said that America is a high risk at the moment. So I don't know about international flights from, you know, Europe to the United States. So I don't know if we can look into stocks on that line, but definitely we can look into Boeing because Boeing is kind of more on a neutral scale. So that being said, we can get a buy entry on Boeing. You understand? So what I'm looking to do is find a reasonable, good size buy entry area and then go in. And what I can see just from looking at this is price is most likely going to come somewhere around here because this is the part that he broke out from. And when price break out from somewhere, it always retests the zone. He try to retest it right here, really bounce back, and then coming back for a second retest, which is similar to a double bottom right here. I mean, he's almost done a double bottom. So there's a likelihood that price is going to do a double bottom and then bounce back up. I mean, theoretically speaking, that's what I would expect. I would expect price to do like a double bottom and bounce up. But from around this area to this area right here would ideally be an entry zone for me. But because of price is meant to move on the 28 up, so if we look at it, right here, it's meant to move from the 28th up until 30th and then consolidate before further up movement. What we could ideally expect is price comes somewhere around here. Let me try to see. So price comes somewhere around here. It might not go in there. I mean, unless there's a market gap. If there's a market gap to the downside, that would be beautiful. But price should come somewhere around here. Then we see price kind of bounce out from this zone. Then around here seems to be a resistance level right here. I'll just put it literally right at the top here. So what we should see is something ideally identical to this. Price consolidates a little bit, then eventually should break out and start a new level. So, and retest, you know, all of that good stuff. And then probably start going back high. So what I want to see is price comes down here. If we can get a good entry right here and hold, we should still at least profit about 500 to 600 pips before this happens, this extra 1,000 pips happen, because I'm anticipating the 1,000 pip happening because lockdown is over. People will start flying. I mean, there's in the UK right now, based on the new statistics that came out, there's been a high reservation order for traveling. So a lot of people want to go on holidays right now. So in that case, that's already, it's like what we've been waiting for when the planes are open. So that already on itself shows that airline stocks will go back up because they can be making some money. And then we can see more people place orders into new planes. And don't forget, what's going to happen is based on this new coronavirus, they might actually change the settings of the planes now. They might change the sitting and all of that stuff, which means new planes have to be made or new planes have to be ordered, for that to happen. So I was reading the news as well. So Boeing is also doing a recertification for its flights, in which case what will happen, and they just started that in June. So that what's happening right now is they're reorganizing stuff. So preparing for the people that are about to move and people that are going to be, airline airline companies playing orders and placing, new orders for the new flights that is going to come true. It only makes sense. There'll be new type of flights that are coming. And if we mix that with 5G that's coming, there's definitely going to be massive orders for new type of flights. So airplanes are going to get more smarter. A lot of more things are going to be happening within the airfield, like the air industry, basically. So definitely this move is a move that we should be looking out for. And I would say from tomorrow, once the price open, if you can get your hands on Boeing stocks, you should be good. Now, guys, keep in mind with the Boeing stock, the downside to it, it's volatile in the sense that it's not really that volatile, but it's volatile in terms of space, its movement. So on a very slow day, it could move 58 pips. But on a very good day, let's look for a very good candle. Let's say we've seen this, it could move 168 pips. You understand? It could do something like this because we're expecting a big bounce from it. 174. 200. So you guys have to be very careful with your entries on this one. So I would recommend don't go lower than an hour time frame. You don't go lower than a 1 hour time frame to get to get your entries. Okay. Definitely my system is slowing up. I might need to refresh this damn computer. But ideally what you want to see is you want the price to come down somewhere right in here and go back up. Let me try to see if I can look the 4 hours back up. Right here. All right, here we go. So we might see a market gap to the downside. But price might do a double bottom because it's very close to doing a double bottom. So price might do a double bottom and start bouncing off, or price might dip. So if price does a double bottom and start moving up, do not go in directly. Wait till you get a buy signal on the lower time frame. You want to get something like this, and then you go in. You understand? Once you get that box, then you go in. You understand? So don't just go in without getting an entry signal. There's no point. There's no rush. But we should be looking for the entry from tomorrow. Okay? I think that makes it more clear in that respect. Is there any questions so far about Boeing? Guys, can you hear me? Let me see. Can you guys